Hi, I'm Jake Holland, also known as Grumpy Old Troll on GitHub. I'm a chair of the Multicast Community Group, which we just started this year in June of 2021, and I'll say a little bit about what we're doing and why. You may know Multicast is a technology that gives broadcast scale efficiencies to internet traffic. You can have a single server sending a stream of packets, and the network replicates those packets while forwarding them, so that each packet is received by all the subscribers for that channel. It can scale up to serving hundreds of millions of end users or more from a single server. Packets like those can be used to carry anything that's popular enough, especially those big live video events. Most of the work so far has been at the IETF and with the ISPs that want to turn this on. But a critical next step to making it a reality is to get this working for web traffic. That's why we started the Multicast Community Group. I'm going to show a quick demo of what we've got running so far. It needs a lot of work still, but we think it shows that the job can be done. So what we're looking at here is a screen recording of a Linux laptop. I've got a Chromium fork installed that has a prototype of our first proposal for a multicast API. You can see the warning about the feature being enabled up there. And we ported an existing receiver into WebAssembly and plugged that multicast API in where it had been receiving UDP packets. On the left, we've got running IFTop to show the traffic that's arriving at this machine. So when it starts up, it's doing unicast HLS. What's playing here is Caminandes from the Blender project. It's a nice little Creative Commons work. It's a wonderful short. And you can see that we started out receiving traffic to a unicast address, but as it starts receiving multicast address, that's the 232 address there, that's a multicast group address. And then you can see it start to move over entirely to multicast traffic. This page has a counter at the bottom showing that it's getting all the segments now have started coming just from building them out of the multicast traffic, and that's what's being played. And you can see that there's no more traffic arriving that is not coming from on the multicast channel. So this shows that we can get the basic feature working, and if we had hundreds of millions of people watching this, we could serve them all without the many tens of thousands of servers that would require today. And this really matters because the internet is a much bigger consumer of energy than you'd think. And if we can enable the kinds of efficiency gains this technology makes possible, then we can make a real dent in the world's carbon footprint, as well as reducing the network load and making a better user experience. And that user experience improvement, that happens for everyone, not just the people watching the popular content, because it'll take a bunch of load off the network. Our analysis of CDN logs suggests that we might be able to get as much as 20% of day-to-day traffic and 50% for those big peak days. Traffic just offloaded that way. So come join us at the Multicast Community Group and help us make this happen, because there's a whole lot of work left to do, and we'd love to get more stakeholders in the conversation to make sure we get it right as this develops further. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you there.